Hi, everybody. This is Gary Dean with Sentiment Timing, and this is our technical video report for Wednesday, February 26, 2025. So in the morning notes, I said I was looking for it to be a pretty volatile day today. Expect moves going in both directions. I was leaning a little bit more on the bullish side, and I had this up from last night. Just forget about this right here because that was in here. But this was the area where I said you don't want to be looking to short down here because we're going to be setting up for one of those big moves up, and then you're going to get trapped. So this is the area I said if you're going to look to short, this would be it. It'd be right between the 60-10 up to the 60-42. So we made it up there. Seller showed up, pushed it all the way. We held these lows here. Now this is going to be important because if the bulls don't breach this in overnight trading tonight on the ES, so the lows that it made today, then I'm looking for a move that's going to be taking us up probably someplace up into the 60-30 area. Now the reason why, let's just use some of our tools here to figure out. So the best really way to look at this is your A, B, and this is your C. So with that in mind here, let me just make this a little bit bigger. So you can see the 100% is coming in right at the 60-32. So I'm going to take that. I'm going to take the line here and just move it there. I'm going to take this and take this off, and we're going to go from here. So okay, so this is as long as the lows aren't taken out, I'm anticipating the next move is going to bring us right into this congestion area. So what I'm going to do with this now, because this was the first pivot. If you took the short, you did very well. And take this and move it up someplace. I'm going to say right around here, but actually, let's do this. I'm not even going to take a guess. Let's use a fib retracement and figure out if it's going to go through that. Where would be the next area? So here's the 100% if it got to here. Now if it's going to move higher, you can see we have the 62% that's coming in at 60-55. I think that's fairly safe because I don't believe we're going to be going higher than that. So let's just use the 60-55 for now. You could say this. I'm going to play it safe on it. So I'm just going to use this as our short area if you were looking to take it. So it'd be anywhere from where the ABC moved to 60-31 up to the 60-97, but I don't believe we're going to get up here. I think it's going to be we're probably going to find some resistance right in the 60-31. We have resistance right here at the 60-72, which may be a better line. Like I said, I don't believe that we're going to be coming up and making new highs, and I actually believe that we're going to be taking out the lows before everything is said and done. So if we come up here, this is your short area. Now remember what I have. This is the area that you want to be buying. So whenever you get these rallies, you want to be either taking your long positions off or getting defensive or getting aggressive and shorting. And when we come down here, you take your short positions off and you start getting out your wish list to be buying, and you hold them for the next move on there. And basically what we're going to be doing is forming another range where this is the top of the range here, and if it comes down to this level here, this is going to be the low range. So that's it. You don't try to make things too difficult. So we did get some strength in the morning. We hit that resistance zone that I pointed out last night. Came straight down, and again, they held these lows, so the door is open for a move to come up to the 60-31 tomorrow. Now, in overnight trading, if the ES takes out these lows, then this is going to get wiped out, and we're probably going to be heading down lower. We don't, there's really nothing else as far as like on the indicators. We are a little overbought there. Taking a look at the 15-minute chart. Sorry, I had to reboot my charts here because they were going bonkers before. Again, really, we're just looking at what levels they are. So anywhere from the 60-32 up to the 60-56, I think that's a decent area to be looking on the short side. And we don't have any bullish or bearish divergences. So if we do get that move that brings us up to the 60-30 area, or 60, let's just say 60-30. most likely we are going to get some bearish divergences, and it's going to open the door for probably another very, very quick move down to test the lows or even break them. And most likely it's going to be the economic calendar that we have coming up. So today, NVIDIA reported, and they beat expectations, and the stock didn't even move. So I was definitely leaning the wrong way on that, and I'm glad I didn't make a trade, because what I was going to do was actually take a position, the market neutral overnight position. But really, the way that you take that is you have to get a big move in the morning. Otherwise, you're going to be in trouble, because you're buying the calls and the puts, and it has to go the distance of what you paid for both of them. So if you, let's say for the put you paid $18, and the call you paid $18.36, and it goes up 50, you just made 14 points on it. That's kind of how that trade works, and I've done very well with it. I would have been in a hole tomorrow unless something changes overnight, because like I said, the ES isn't even moving after the NVIDIA report. So tomorrow, again, as long as these lows aren't taken out in overnight trading from the ES, I'm anticipating that we're going to be coming up someplace up into the 60-30 area. As far as today, I took not a condor. I sold some call premium up here, and I got a little cute with it, and it came down, and then I just said, you know what, I'm putting a stop at even. It came in, and it took us out. But what happened after that was there's another style trade. It's called the butterfly trade, and I'm still kind of grasping how this whole thing works, but I have somebody that's been kind of teaching me, and it worked out like a charm today. So basically, the way that the trade works is this is the butterfly trade. So you're selling 2 of the calls, you're buying a call on the back end and a call on the front end. Now, the way that works out really well with this is if it ends up closing right at the 2 or the contracts that you sold right here, because you're going to make it on this side, you're going to lose this, but you only paid a little bit, and you're going to collect all the premium on there. So this you can see, and this is for tomorrow. I don't have the trade that I actually took as far as that I made today, but as you can see, you have a $280 risk to make $2,200. So the one that I did was the 55, 75, 20, 50, 20, hang on one second, let me see something. We closed, I did the 55s. So I sold the 55s right here, and then did 25 points. I did 20 points out, so 75 and then 35. So this was what it was. If it landed right at 59.55, it was going to be a really nice profit. And if you look right here, this is the trade that I took. Okay, so I can show you right here. So I sold 10 of the 55s, bought 5 of the 35s and 5 of the 70s. So again, the way that this trade works great is if it closes right here, which it did, and we made $5,000 on it. So we had actually a really good day today. Total 63.97. It could have been more if I didn't really jump out of that the premiums that I sold on the call side of it. But you know what? Overall, it was a good day. I'm very happy with it, and with tomorrow, again, I'm leaning on the long side. I'm believing that we're going to make that move up here. But if these lows get taken out at any time overnight with the ES, then that's going to change, and we just have to regroup and see which way we want to be trading. So with that, have a fantastic night, and I will talk to you guys in the morning.